I think maybe I'm starting to understand more. Okay. I don't have technology, and I'm basically I don't know what's going on, so I'm not getting any emails. I don't know how to get you to see me. Maybe this is God's plan or somebody's plan. You know, every time I was around Italian people, like, I said in the stream the other day about where I worked in town and all the places, and every time I said somebody's name, it's weird. It's like it cracked. And please, people, could you do something like the video or do a thumbs down? Just please let me know if you hear it too. And I'm telling you, whatever that shaking of a rattle is, or keys, or that's not me, okay? Wherever that is coming from, I keep going back to a few videos now because I'm trying to go back and make sense of, like, it's like a journal diary I'm doing. I'm going, like, the videos, it's basically, you should go to the start of the videos, because I don't know what I'm doing, to the last one. Like, the way it comes on your screen. Don't go to that one, okay? Run all the way down to the other one, okay? Because my wolf lawyer, I don't think he realizes how powerful he is, because it's like a mama cup. It's like a mama breathing breath into her baby and saying, okay, Sandra's with you, or Sandra's watching. We're both watching down. We got you, big guy. Pretty soon the world's gonna see that no one's gonna hurt you. If that's your fear, my darling, I kind of let loose on the world by throwing snowballs in the United Nations web stream live. Cause honestly, I know, Jane Comey, you're out there. Lovers, you from Canada. If I ever get to the border, can I have security all the way to my daughter's house, please? Because she told me I ain't going there. Honest to God, sir. She got 2 corgis, okay? They're my grandpuppies, okay? Now we're getting serious here. No crying, okay? Because their name's Batman and Buster, and they're my grandpuppies. And when they hear their grandma on the phone, and even Penelope the cat, They hear me. They do stuff. They've met. Well, Penelope hasn't yet. But I told Penelope. Penelope tells me when I call on the phone where her mother's hiding the dog treats and there's no kitty treats. So that kitty loves me even though it didn't see me. So you don't really have to see. You can hear somebody and fall in love with me. I mean, you. Well, you might fall in love with me. I don't know. I've been chatting with the guy from That's getting scary. Hello, world. I got a feeling he's calling an Esposito as I say in there. Oh no. You know the Pandora box thing? You know that movie, The Shining, with all that? Or, oh, even worse, Dr. Death with all those little things? I think I opened up all of those little files just by putting a snowball in. Oh, goodness. Russia's watching. Help! I'm a good Canadian. Don't hurt me. Don't throw me off a building. Okay? If I go missing, wasn't me. Good thing I have bears around me. I dare ya. Can you imagine my poor hubby living with me for 43 years and not locking me up? That's love. That's why I love the Shipleys. Like, I wish I had enough money to subscribe to their channel. Because I bet you they have all-out wars, you know. Food fights in the kitchen. Look out, Dawn. You're a huge target. I bet you she runs and hides. Catch me, I dare ya. And I really want to know what you guys did. Well, I know what you guys did on that ship. You said you put it all over the place. Good Lord, what were you thinking? I thought there was no converting on a ship. Now we know who broke the rules. Okay, since you did that, I want to be allowed to get a seal tat. Please, Mr. Shipley. Talk to Dawn. Talk to Mr. Ballin. I don't know if he likes me either. But when he put the duct tape around his wrist and tried to do it in front of his wife, I loved it. I bet you she tickled him and I bet you she turned the camera off and all the kids and her tickled him to death. Because I bet you, and the birth announcements. See, you guys have technology that I didn't have back then. I'm going to tell you a story, Kate. This is how much I didn't know about computers, because it was the start. It was the start of the McAfee started all this cut stuff, Kate. My son, I think was he in kindergarten or something? He was little. And the only one I trusted to go wake up because I thought I broke the computer, okay? Because everybody's on, because I didn't know what the hell they were trying to tell me. Okay, online. Because I thought I broke something. And I was scared Daddy was going to kill. Well, I was scared. I was scared. So, ran into Drew. I go, what's an any key mean? Well, I didn't say it loud, but I read it. My baby, can you please wake up? I think Mommy broke the computer. He was in a dead sleep. All of a sudden, the eyes went open because that was his thing, Cake. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. He goes, Mom, rub. Like, you could just see him sitting up at the bed, rubbing his eyes. Curly hair like Ralph Malph. That's why, okay? Just imagine. Oh, remember the Chucky doll? That was my kid. So anybody who saw him, they were going, oh my God, he's real, and would run. Okay? So, like the Cabbage Patch thing I told you in the bug, everybody look in, they'd look at me, look at him, look at me, look at him, and I'd go, yeah, I got a real one. Huh? Don't you wish? Like, I I think when you get a fire child, or you marry a husband who is a redhead, listen, okay? This is his family, okay? 7 kids, 5 of them redhead. Can you just imagine the food fights at that house? Or if there was one? I can tell you stories that I don't know if I'm allowed to tell online. But I'll tell you one thing. Or no, I better not. I better ask permission first. But only a mother of a redhead. It's it's like you gotta dress like a Ninja Turtle, because this kid would come, Ninja Turtles, okay? Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Food swinging people. If the UN put me online right now, okay? Alive. Because you're all gonna be yourself. Okay? I thought one day, okay, put him in front of the TV. I'll go do my dishes. Because even though I'm a cook, chef, whatever that, all these years later, I don't still have a dishwasher. Do you think that's fair? I don't think it's either. Email my husband, please. He still won't. Okay? I bet you, Mrs. Shipley, I bet you got one. I bet you got 2 or 3. I bet you got 3 ovens. I bet you got a kitchen I could only dream of. But, okay? Just imagine me. Okay? Got the bubble. Okay? This was after a work day of baking cookies and stuff, and he's sitting there eating a chocolate chip cookie in front of the TV, watching his Ninja Turtles. Oh my God. So all of a sudden, he kicks me in the, like, you know how when you kick you in the leg and all of a sudden, like, you go down, and I'm going, and I'm holding on to the sink going, Joe, what'd you do that for? He goes, hi, the turtles told me to do it. Let me just say he was timed out from the Ninja Turtles for about, for a while. So then we went to see Sesame Street, okay? Drew had a blankie, okay? So he was like my red-headed Linus, but he had multiples, okay? We had to, because when I would wash one, he would go he would go nutter cakes, like, so we would have a couple. So as the one, we had to introduce them slowly, but when one was in the washer, he would sit there, like, all those stools you had to make in shop, those like little stool that you made and you didn't know why you had to make it, and you never threw it out, but it's there. Well, he would sit in front of the dryer and he'd watch it going around and around and around. Okay, do you see me? Okay, I'm doing this with my head, okay? Or wait, it's like that. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what I'm trying to say, okay? He'd sit there and till it spit, or it was done. He'd have an Ernie in one arm and a Bert in the other. And when it was done, or no, as he sat there, he would have the other blankie, like a cape, okay? So when it was done, we'd have to fold it up and then, because this is what we had to do, because like his sister'd be off school and I had to keep him. I had to watch him like I told you. He locked me in the pantry and I had to kick it down. So I got to see what songs come on because it, oh my God. See, it's Be the Man, okay? Be the Man by Breaking Boat Man. I look at all of those things like that kid did to me. But you know what? See, only women that know this. You know when you go shopping and all of a sudden somebody hover, you could have curlers in your hair and stuff. All of a sudden somebody comes over and they start smelling you. I don't know what it is, but it's like an aphrodisiac for some kind of men. But I'll go shopping and I don't know if you're out there, Miss. I think your name's. He's an okay. I'm not going to say your name, but he was an alderman for years. Okay, you know who you are. You're out there. He come up to me and he goes and he shows me. Okay, he's got a bulb of garlic. Okay, in his hand. He goes, "Is this garlic?" Because this is what a wife should do. She should photocopy, or now that you got phones, because I said way back then, take a snapshot or like a Polaroid of the can you need or whatever you need, and just like give it, like you write books. Well, here's a book of what you got to bring home, darling. Okay. But he comes up and he shows me this thing. He goes, "This garlic." Oh, just imagine me trying to hold in my giggles, and I'm almost exploding at this man who's just dressed beautifully, okay? Like, he's a gorgeous man, and like, you know who you are out there, sir. But he just looked at me, and I'm trying not to laugh, and I could just picture his poor wife, okay? So I looked at him and politely said, "Sir, that's a whole bunch of them." He's gonna remember me because I'm sure he thought, "Geez, I thought I was walking up to a sane one." Oh, okay. I gotta say something else. My friend from Boston, when I was in the Esposito hockey school, okay, I was a cook at St. Veronica's Church, okay? All my priests said I cooked out for there. God, I know you're watching. I would cook for these priests on the weekend, okay? Father David, Father Borsa, Father O'Donnell, Father Borsa, Father David, Father O'Donnell. Oh, please, sir, if I forget anybody, please, God, forgive me. But I went in there one day. I was so angry, and I had they knew I was a goalie, okay? So I was sitting at they have like it's not a big table in the church back then. It was like for two people, one on one. Only anybody will remember a table like this. But it also had a thing that flapped down and you could make it bigger. but they only had 2 seats. And I was sitting in, I'd always go in, and I was sitting there, and I was trying to hold back my tears, and I didn't have the folder in my hands, but I had my hands. It was I was they were like this, eh? Like I can't even do it because, and I said, I don't understand. And he goes, Father David come up, and he goes, Kimmy, what's the matter? I said, do you see on this form where it says anything about sex? He goes, takes it, just looks at, because oh, I see him now. Father David, he was a giant. And it was like when he would walk into the kitchen, it was like he was come in and part the room, like only but anybody who understands what I'm saying. So he sat there and he looked at me and he read it. He put his hand on because my hands were like this now. And the tears started to fall. Got up. And he left. And then shortly thereafter, I was in the Esposito school. That I wasn't just in for 1 week. I got to go in for 2. But the conditions were no one was ever to know I was a girl. Anyone, ever. I see there was a handicapped man. I see him. Because I would scare the moms of the boys, because there was a certain locker room at the gardens where we played, where I was allowed to go and change. So every mom that came in, oh my God, sorry. The mother of the French goalie come in one day, okay? And he didn't like me, okay? And when she come in, I swear she almost wet. She goes, oh my God, and she got really scared. She almost peed herself because where I was changing as soon as you come in, because it was the biggest part before you went into before you went into the washroom. All of a sudden, she grabbed herself, and like all the girls know how you grab yourself. She looked at me with this look, and she was beautiful. And this French accent, I don't remember what she said, but she goes running off to the bathroom. She comes back giggling. Then she goes running back out and didn't say a word to me, okay? So that day, because this was the last day, okay? And I think him and I were up to be like, who was allowed to go first or something like that? Because there was one, you guys have one, I could never cross, you know how goalies cross your legs and do all these things. Like, I could do the splits. I could do the butterflies. I could do I could do that other stuff, but there are certain things guys can do, but girls can't do in goalie pads, you know. But um, we go out there. My little friend, who I'm talking about, God love him, and when I met Phil Esposito's daughter, if you're out there, I can see what you are wearing, darling. You're such a pretty little girl. So this man's sitting in the chair, and you're standing in front of him, and I can see you. Yeah, because it was cold, and you had leggings on. It was like you had a skater outfit on, because maybe you're going to figure skating or something. But you had these little pretty mitts on and this little purse, and you had, remember when we used to have those snow puff things that we could put our hands in? Well, you're standing in front, and as I come walking down the hallway, and it was like a knight coming down the hallway, you know, as royalty comes in, and they'd look at me and smile, because I honestly don't know from this day if the little girl knew. Honestly, darling, I don't remember your name, because I don't know if you knew the secret, because the way you two are looking at each other, it's like, because the man who was sitting there was handicapped. It was like, we got a secret, and we're not telling anybody, because when I looked at you, the way I can just see you. You know how you have your hands up by your face and by your cheeks? It was like, I got a secret and nobody knows. And being that it was the last day, we went on the ice. I'm so excited now. I don't even remember if I got to go on first or what. But I'm telling you, George's son out there, I'm sorry, darling, I don't remember your name, but you know who you are, because we met in Tim Hortons later, because I giggled. And you and your father, because you were all dressed up, because I was serving you to give you your coffee, because I knew your dad's coffee. So all of a sudden, I think he brought you in there one day just to freak you out. You looked at me, he looks at you, goes, you remember her? Okay, but this is beforehand, okay? Because I was a girl, okay? So, and you guys all had I think you're all bald back then, except the French guy. I think I had a crush on him. I think I had a crush on him, and I think I don't know. Hopefully, email somebody that you know somebody, so you can know. It's okay, I was a girl. Um, but okay, you know the face mask, I had a Billy Smith mask, the blue one. I had the cage where you ripped it off like this. You know what I'm trying to say? Well, I took that. You know, there's a commercial. I often wonder, did they do that about me? But you know, where the ball cap, where the girl lets her hair fling loose. But just imagine me not looking sexy, but head to toe, other than my helmet, fully dressed as a goalie. Okay? Oh, my Boston friend messaged me. Hi. Oh no, did I start trouble? If you talk to me on somebody, I'm sorry. Am I waking? Oh, I'm not going to say that, because I'm sorry. You know what I mean. Okay, sorry. When after I took my hair down and I flung it around, every guy that was out there that didn't know who I was, every stick fell. All the parents that knew and didn't know, the little French lady mom, she started laughing so hard. I think she told her hubby, because they were the only two that were laughing out of everybody that didn't know that knew who you know. Because she caught me in the kitchen, or not in the kitchen, see, I'm going back to a cook. Because I worked like at the Canadian. Anybody? I worked at the Canadian, Yolanda and Carmen. Yolanda fed my family when my husband um, was on strike. So that family, like, thank you. Yolanda would give me food every night and say, take it. Like, that's who I was talking about in the video. It's out of it. Am I finding my people now? Anybody that's a hockey player knows we're fighters. Anybody that's a mom knows you're if you had a washer and dryer, if you had a hockey player, it was marked. It like what's his name? The MMA fighter, Georgie. I love him. He I want to hug him too. He was talking about what his mom said in like his documentary, like, Mom, he wanted to be real. Don't you do this, don't you do that. This is our house. I'm proud of what we are. You know? People with big houses just want you to come in and tour things, you know? Every time I go, see, I'm not a gambler because I went in once and that's another story that scared the hell out of me. When I missed the Esposito brothers, I go to the rink. Everybody knows the rink. Only people who know those men know the rink I'm talking about, you know? I remember driving back from a bus trip. Like I said, being a goalie. We had, I don't know, this van, okay, you know who you are, I ain't saying names. The brothers. Oh, only everybody knows the brothers. There was a tall, thin one, and there was this bear. All I could say is, we got in the van. No, that's being mean. But he was wonderful. I loved him. We would all get into the van, and I don't remember how many people, but we would all go in there. And because of who and what we were, we always had like you all have your assigned seats, because like everybody knows who's the peer in the group, because girls, like, it's not like boys where you can open the van door and, well, you know what I mean. So the two guys had to let me tell you, it changed the outlook of a guy when they're traveling with the girls. Just saying. You know who you are. But anyways, we were out in Michigan. We didn't have any medical there. Okay. I'm the only goalie. Okay. Guess who falls wrong on my goalie stick and put my elbow into my ribs? Let's just say I broke my ribs and dislocated my shoulder. Okay, pausing. Okay, because that what it was like to call your dad without no medical, long distance from the hospital, and say, "Hi, I'm okay. I think. How much you love me, Daddy, before you're gonna know how much is this gonna cost me in time out before I get home. Oh, Daddy, I know you love me, but I heard it myself. I got a boo-boo." Then I started crying. I said, "Please say yes, I got a boo-boo." Well, we got a bill, okay? You guys all know about the time I'm talking. We got a $600 bill, American. Okay, when I come home and Daddy got that bill that day, I know my daddy loves me with all my heart, because he had the bill in one hand, and I see him right now. I see him. He had the bill in one hand. Or no, he had the envelope cover in the one hand. Then he had the other. And he looked at me. And I looked at him going, because I was healed by now, okay? Remember, postage takes a while. Oh, so his face is beat red, okay? Remember, like those cartoons where you know he's gonna blow? This is a good parent, because they're looking, they're gonna blow, and just imagine your kid's eyes, and you're going like, oh, just like a volcano. This is why I think the volcanoes are blowing. Is it me? My psychic powers. I'm blowing the fires, the tornadoes, the tsunamis. Ukraine got hacked. Huh? I'm scared to say anything else. Okay? So, let's just say, as I watched the red slowly drain out of my father's face, and I could see like a balloon, like, you know what I'm trying to explain? He kind of, like all the air kind of went out of him. He gets up, and I'm still standing there because I'm scared, Kay, because I'm going to end this right now. Because I see my friend from Boston, and I'm really, I don't know. Because I love Bobby Orr too. Like, we had a girl, Bobby Orr on our team. She would drive the other players nuts, because she would. Chrissy, I know you're out there. We got to get back to playing sports. Stop funding crap. And every community should have. If you don't have anything that you need, it's free. Come in and borrow it. Free. Melt all the guns, and if you want to play that, have a place where it's a field where you all get to play paintball guns. Honest, my dream would be to have a snowball fight in the United Nations. That'd be so cool. Because I feel my daddy saying, because we had the best wars, like I said. And he's saying, and I feel him say, baby girl, I know you released the beast. And we all saw that movie of Glass. That's been my life. Somebody popping in here and there and never understanding why. How many hats I had on. I worked at Stokely Creek Lodge. I cooked there. My first day going in there, that's a story. Searchmont Ski Hill, that's, oh, if you only knew. Hey, everybody's getting free advertisement. The Water Tower Inn. Mr. Hillsinger, I love you. Annette, she took care of my baby because he worked for her. My redhead. Everything. She called me up one day going, is Drew your kid? And I go, yeah. She goes, oh my God, you birthed a giant. And he is, because of. Here goes Reagan Bowman again. He's gonna save our world, I swear. Hard came the rain because I'm crying. Is it me? Tell me, because I gotta stop. Because I know all my Italian friends are gone. Bye. Love you.